Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kim and we are going to do the January Planner Spread Awards. Talking about what I'm using this last month. I am in the 8.5 by 11 Bloom Daily Planner. This is a fairly thin weekly planner. You can see that the back is just tucked in there. It has 13 note pages in front, and if you are interested in seeing how I set it up, you can go ahead and check out that, and I'll link it up in the corner and down below. I am going to start with the flip through. So this is the first partial week of December, January. It's prior to the tab, and so here's my monthly view. We'll come back to that. And then I have all of my weeks. Now, the way I started using it this week was the first time I actually got my feet into it and did a better job organizing things. I did some tasks on one side and then more subcategory stuff on the right-hand side of the 3 columns because I divided it into 3 columns. So this is when I started really getting my feet down, and I made all subcategories on this side of the planner, which I did not repeat again after that because I realized I was really struggling with some space issues when it comes to other things. And I know there's stickers here. We love our stickers. These were put on after or during the week. So say I'm done with Monday, I'll go ahead and add a few things to it. So I'm not running out of space because of the stickers. I'm running out of space because I organized it poorly. So you can see here, I've got Saturday and Sunday. I did them all on one here and then tried to make one big section for work stuff. Did not work, not doing that again. So that's what I'm changing up for February. And then I've got this week right here, and this is the last week of January. I also have my Cocoa Daisy. And this is a traveler's notebook size notebook. I've made the cover again. If you're interested in seeing some of my creative things when it comes to using Cocoa Daisy supplies, this was really fun and easy to put together. So I've got my flip through here. Let's just check out how I did it. I usually divide the stripe pages, which usually come all the way up front. I take those out, rearrange the pages. So I have a stripe page followed by blank pages. And that's how I did it this month. Again, I seem to be repeating the same type of thing each month, but I am changing that up for March. I've got this, it's got like a little tip-in card here. I've got my weeklies, my dailies, sticky note. I've got all the fun things, watching, waiting, wanting. And then here's the middle. I did some different things when I wasn't using it. I had an extra page. I folded it over and it kind of made it like an errand or subcategory page. Again, this is about as raw as it gets when it comes to planning. I am all in. I do, functional planning. So sometimes you get what you get for certain days just because it's just the way it is. And then I decided near the end of the month how I'm going to tackle and use this planner in February. And I'm excited to talk about that somewhere down the road. And then we have the last few pages. It gets always so sparse near the end of the month because I'm trying to wrap up. And then of course, why not have a tennis diagram in your planner, right? So this is the end of my Cocoa Daisy January. Now let's talk about my planner awards, and I'm going to talk about how I'm going to rate myself on how I think I did, and talk about how I'm going to move forward. So for organization and efficiency, I think my first week in my Cocoa Daisy gets the award for most clarity. Okay, and we can all see why this is clear. It's organized. I have a list. There's minimal decorating. The star of the show is definitely the pages, and I did the absolute minimum and let the star shine. So this spread helped me really see the big picture of my week and then prioritize my tasks, especially starting in the new year. All right, let's talk about my favorite daily to-do. This is how I think best suited having a daily page breakdown for most manageable tasks. And I'm going to pick this day, Sunday, January 5th, the clean and simpleness of I have a to-do list, things to do inside since it was a cold, snowy day, and then trying new things, trying to get out of the complete mundane of just daily to-do tasks. I get bogged down and forget that I have a life to live beside it. So this is getting my award for best daily to-do list spread. And I was able to not just manage my tasks, but also have fun as well. The next category up is my favorite creative planner spreads. And I'm going to pick, I think I'm going to pick up here, my Bloom. Let's pick this week. I think this is the best week I did as far as creative plannering. This really does have a wonderful conglomerate of like muted tones. I also loved the fact that I was using stickers for habit trackers. I love these glitter stickers down here. You can see a little bit of shimmer there. I also love these clear stickers as well. They're a great thing. And I loved that this little bear is looking up into the sky and see the constellations. I thought that was like chef's kiss right there. So this January 20th week is definitely my favorite creative planner spread where I really personalized my planning and had fun with it. So when I talk about my favorite gratitude journal spread, this is an interesting one because during my time here in Bloom, what I've noticed is that they have little prompts at the end, beginning of each month. And so you'll see here at the beginning of January, they have these prompts down here. And what I've decided to do is make a pocket. And I did this one using a printable from the Cocoa Daisy Facebook group. And then I decided to write the question on the back and write an answer. And that way it's in my planner. It's really not affecting planning. I can always take this off and I know I'm not going to have space. And if I do, I'll just grab a sticky note. Not the end of the world, but I did it for, I've already finished the reflection for February moving forward. And I'll show you, one more page back. This was this one. Are your current daily habits and routines aligned with the goals you set for 2025? And so I wrote my answer right here. I just did this little cute little pocket again with a printable. I printed it on sticky paper and made a little pocket. So now I can read my reflection and I'm really excited about continuing this tradition throughout the month. So I'll have all of them all together right here in my planner. Favorite award for monthly inspiration spread. What I can tell you is this planner, which is my new planner that I just introduced on the 24th of January. It's my Bloom 2025 monthly planner. This thing has this wonderful cardstock, really thick paper. And the reason I'm not giving this the award for best monthly spread is because I have done so many whiteouts and stickers on top, and I've smeared my dot markers. It is just a mess. Now, February, on the other hand, is looking a lot better, but I still can't give that award to my Bloom monthly, but I certainly can give it to my Bloom weekly planner. What I did was I loved that I used the Cocoa Daisy dot stickers, which I don't ever do. It really does make everything look cohesive. I added some washi tape here on the bottom. Again, I still have my key, but on the days where I didn't do anything, I went ahead and put down a full box and it really does look good. This is definitely showcasing the best that I can do, even with a color-coded spread. My favorite habit trackers, I will have to say I'm going right back to January 20th. I love the habit trackers up on the top. I use them every single week. And it really does help me figure out and try to get those habits right square. Doesn't always happen, but it also lets me know where my weak spots are. And then I have my week's priorities, which is up here. For a time I had so many, I divided it in half. I'm trying to pare back from that and really make them true priorities and only have a few for sure. As I've gone through my January, again, what's changing for next month is I'm using this for just tracking Instagram and YouTube content, which is quite a lot, and making sure I'm getting everything done where I need to. This is going to continue being my home planner, and this one is going to be dedicated to tasks that are not related to home function, that sort of thing. So definitely loving the way I've morphed it all. Added an extra one from where I didn't think I would previously last month, but I'm really happy with the way I'm moving forward and being able to change. I think it's really important that we experiment within our planners to make sure that we're using them the best way that we can for our purposes. And don't be afraid to take some chances, do something different. It is really important to me that my planner reflects my thoughts, my personality, and my goals in my life. And I know that your planner does the same thing for you. So cheers to you, planner girl. We've got 1 month done, and I'm looking forward to what the rest of the months of 2025 will bring. Feel free to share something that you want to change within your planner system in the comments below. I'd love to hear them, and maybe we can brainstorm if you've got a question. Other than that, don't forget to like and subscribe. I think I've got some really valuable material here on YouTube that we can work with together. I love inspiring, I love teaching, and I love planning clearly. I hope to see you next time with my video, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.